Hello, boys and girls. I am so happy to see all of you. I'm coming to you today. I want to show you how to write your sequencing sentences when you're using the sequencing words first, next, and last. If you remember, we did some of this in school, so now I want to refresh your memory and help you. Um, but first, I want to tell you a little story that will help us to give us something to write about. So let me tell you about my morning. I woke up this morning and it was beautiful outside. I sat on my back deck and I drank some coffee. And then next, I got up and I had to feed my horses because they were hungry. So I went out and I fed the horses and all the animals. And then my last thing I did before I came here was I took my dog for a walk. And he was so excited. He was jumping up and down and jumping around. He was ready to go for a walk. He was happy to see me, just like I'm happy to see you guys. And then I came in here and I sat down and I said, well, I need to do this for you guys. And I thought, well, if I share my morning with you, then maybe we can write about that. So we're going to start. If you remember, we talked about having a topic sentence when you write, and that tells your reader what they're about to read. So remember our topic sentence. I'm going to write it, and let's see if you remember it. If you haven't seen it before or don't remember, that's okay. When you do your writing, you want to think it first. So I'm going to think about my topic sentence, and I want to say, let me tell you about my morning. So I'm going to draw my lines. If you need help for your spacing still, let me tell you. Well, I don't know if the word about will fit on my paper there, so I'm going to come down underneath, because remember we write from top to bottom, left to right, just the same as we read. Oh, and now I don't remember where I was. Let me reread it. Let me tell you about my morning. I'm going to put a period there. Now I'm going to reread it again really quick. Let me tell you about my morning. Now you notice my lines are small for little words and bigger for big words. And if you still write kind of big, make sure you draw your lines big. I have finger spacing in between each of my words, so you will be able to read it. So my first word was let. Now it's a beginning of a sentence. So what goes at the beginning of a sentence? Yes, an uppercase letter. At. Let. Remember, you sound it out and you write what you hear. So I heard L, which is L. Let me. That's one of my sight words. I should know how to spell that. E. Kind of tells you. Me. Let me tell. I hear it and I spell it. Tell. Let me tell you. You. That's one of our words too, and you should be able to spell that. Let me tell you about. Now that's kind of a harder word, so let me spell that for you. Move a little closer so you can see better. Let me tell you about. Let me tell you about my. Now remember, you can adjust your lines if you need to. My morning. Oh, we need to sound this one out, okay? Ready? Orn. Ing. Ing. Remember, that's the ing at the end. Okay, so or, those are those two letters. Remember the O and the R, they make the or. Orn. N. And ing, I-N-G. Remember the king? He's the king of ing. I-N-G. Yay, so let's read our sentence. Let me tell you about my morning. Sounds pretty good. Okay, so now I gotta think. We want to use these words first, next, and last. So I need to tell what I did first. So I need to use the word first. So first I had coffee. So I'm going to write that. I'm going to think it, write my lines. First I had coffee. First I had coffee. So I have one word for each line. And do you see my spacing? You can read it. It's legible. So my word is first. First. St, st, st. That's that blend. St. First. First I had First I had coffee. Octopus. For fish. That tells me. What's the says its name? Coffee. Okay, let me read my sentence. Make sure. First I had coffee. Good. Okay. Next. I want to use the word next because now I'm telling what happened next. So let me see. Let me think. Okay. First I had coffee. Next I fed my horses. Next I fed my horses. Next I fed my horses. Okay. Now I'm going to read it, make sure I got it right. Next, I fed my horses. Okay, next. So now I need to sound out next. Next. Oh, there's 4 sounds, 4 letters we're going to write. Next, I fed. Ooh, we can sound that one out. Ready? Fed. Fed. You sound it, you hear it, you sound it out, then you write what you hear. Fed. Okay, now let me reread my sentence because I want to make sure I write the correct word next. Next, I fed my has a Y, me has an E. Remember that. Next, I fed my horses. Horses. Okay, let's do it real slow. Or, what are the 2 letters that make the or? The O and the R. As. Well, I said horses. So we got the and the s because why is there an S at the end of your noun? Because there's more than one. I do. I have 5 horses. Next, I fed my horses. Okay, so now I need to think about my last sentence, and it's going to start with the word last because it was the last thing I did before I came in here. Oh, last, I took my dog for a walk. Last, I took my dog for a walk. See, I ran out of room. So I came underneath because we read from left to right, top to bottom. And we write the same way so that our reader can read that way. Okay, last I took my dog for a walk. Okay, so I need to, one word at a time. We can do this. Last. Last. Oh, you hear the blend? I know. Uppercase L. Last, I took, Did you sound it out with me? Ready? Okay. What two letters make the oo sound? Remember? Two O's. Yep. Yep, that's a K. Did you know that took rhymes with look? Yeah. And all you had to do was replace the T and put an L there, and that would be look. Yeah. Last, I took my dog. Ooh, sound it out. Ready? Og. Dog. Og. Last, I took my dog for, ooh, there's our word for. Or, what two letters spell or? Or, O and the R, yep. Last, I took my dog for a walk. Ooh, how do we spell walk? Are you ready? Let's sound it out. Ready? Walk. Walk. Okay, let's do it one at a time. Ready? Walk. That's that A that makes that other sound. Remember the A kind of sometimes makes those sounds. What? Look. Gotta really slow that word down. What? I heard it. Oop, that's a K. Walk. Look at that. I have 4 sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, let's read our whole thing together and make sure that I did a good job. Are you ready? Okay. Let me tell you about my morning. First, I had coffee. Next, I fed my horses. Last, I took my dog for a walk. I want to write one more just because I want to say I love my dog. I love my dog. And then I can close it. It's kind of like a closing sentence where then you're done with your writing. I love of my dog. Og. Yay! And that was my morning. And I wanted to share it with you and make it a fun writing too. So I'm so proud of you guys for what you are doing. Keep doing your work, keep your learning, and I'm hoping that we will be back together soon in school, all of us, and we'll have our normal routine again. But until then, I'm so proud of you. Keep your writing going, and you're going to do fabulous. Take care. Bye-bye.